All right, so let's start with the big story that we are tracking on WION this hour. Protests have not died down in Bangladesh, where Ashfaqul Islam has been appointed as the acting justice of the country. This development has come after Aide stepped down from his post after hundreds of protesters surrounded Dhaka's top court. The confirmation of Ashfaqul Islam's appointment has come from the Supreme Court's Public Relations Office. And according to local media reports, the protesters under the banner of anti-discrimination student movement have announced that they will not leave the streets until the remaining 6 judges also resign. Now, earlier, the Chief Justice Aide had called for a full court meeting on Saturday. The students called this meeting a judiciary coup. The protesters in fact chanted slogans outside of the Supreme Court building demanding all the 6 judges to step down. Now, the Commonwealth Journalists Association has appealed to Muhammad Yunus, the head of Bangladesh's government, to ensure the safety of journalists and media organizations in the country. Meanwhile, Sheikh Hasina's son, Sajib Wazid, claimed that she did not formally resign from the post of the Prime Minister before fleeing from Bangladesh amidst the intense anti-government protests.
She was going to announce her resignation and announce a constitutional transition of power, which would be Parliament holding new elections. That is what she was going to announce. But she had no plans to leave her residence at all. She did not. That was completely, in fact, the reason this happened was this was completely unplanned. She was going to just resign. She did not wish to leave Bangladesh.
At least about 300 people were killed in the incidents of violence which erupted across the country following the fall of the government led by Sheikh Hasina, taking the death toll to 560 since the anti-quota protests had started in the middle of July. Now, Hindus, who make up about 8% of Bangladesh's minority population of a total of 170 million people, have been targeted in some places. A school teacher has been killed and at least about 45 people have been injured. Homes, businesses and some temples have also been vandalized. Now, despite the tensions, the police continues to observe a work abstention, citing fears for their safety amidst reports of officers being targeted as well as being accused of extrajudicial killings. The newly appointed Inspector General of the Police, Muhammad Manul Islam, has given an ultimatum to the police across the country to return to their respective workstations within 24 hours. Now, given the situation, Bangladeshis, mostly Hindus, have been trying to flee to neighbouring India and take refuge there. And India's border security force, with the help of the border guards of Bangladesh, have foiled an infiltration attempt along the India-Bangladesh border in West Bengal's Cooch Behar district earlier on Saturday. And we earlier spoke with Mr. Shamsher Chaudhary, who served as the Foreign Secretary of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Listen to what he had to say.
Well, the interim government is definitely the one in charge, but that doesn't mean the students will not protest. I mean, even under normal government, there are student protests, making different kinds of demands. This is nothing unusual. And I think the advisor for law, Mr. Dr. Asif Nazrul, is absolutely right in saying that he hoped that the Chief Justice would recognize the anger among the students, and he would honor the student protest, which he did. Eventually, he did resign, and it is now being processed with the president. So the government is following the process, but that doesn't mean the students will not protest about other things. I mean, tomorrow, if the people come out to the streets against the price rise, the price hike, you can't stop them. They're going to do it. It's not that the government forced the Chief Justice to resign. It is the students' protest, on the face of the student protest, the Chief Justice, being a man of law and person of conscience, had to respond to the call of conscience and resign. And so he did. And now somebody else has been appointed as an acting role as the Chief Justice.
For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.